I know what I promised, Lucille.
Sheriff Cale Latham let out an exasperated sigh as Lucy made an exaggerated show of straightening his vest and smoothing his shirt.
Red Jack ain't someone the boys can handle. If I don't set him straight, ain't no one going to.
Cale sipped his whiskey left-handed, a ritual he had done since his first shootout. His right hand wouldn't touch anything till it settled on the pistol at high noon. Then it wouldn't touch anything until the sun went down. Taking a man's life is a full day's work for his right hand, and it was not something he took lightly. "Maybe old Jack don't need straightening," Lucy said, making sure his belt hung just so. Pistol needed to be where his hand was going to be. Every little inch counted. His speed would be tested against the best either of them had seen in quite some time. "He ain't been around much since he ran off with that little color girl."
"Don't much change, nothing," Cale said. "Leaving him alone gives people ideas. Had to hang that old boy Tommy just last week. Where do you think he got those ideas in his head? They need to know you walk with the devil. The law walks after you."
"And what if he's faster than you? What will they learn then?" Lucy said, before catching her mouth with her hands, like she was afraid she spoke it into existence.
"Lucy, you know I'd love nothing more than to just sit at your saloon, play some piano or deal some cards, maybe even become a family man. But there ain't a lawman this side of the Mississippi as fast as my rested right hand. And until God gives us one, when we get an evil man like Red Jack, I need to use the tools the good Lord gave me."
Lucy could tell by the way he walked lately, by the way he held his drink, by the way he moved when it was just the two of them in the back room of the saloon. He had slowed. There was something wrong. Something holding him back. Of the 50 men Cale said he had gunned down, Lucy had just seen 2. They were right in the street, and both had it coming. But neither was quick. Jack Duran wasn't a big man, stood 5'6" on a good day with proper lighting, maybe lost an inch here and there from time to time, but Lizzie would tell you he was 6'3" and punch you for lying if you said anything less. She walked into the back room by the old stables like she owned the place. Jack was sipping whiskey out of an old tin coffee cup, holding his pistol in his right hand. He leaned hard on his chair. "You getting loose or sloppy, Jack?" Lizzie said, staring him down. "Shit, Eliza. You know this could be my last drink." He smiled a grin too big for his face. Lizzie slapped him. Jack jumped up to his feet and turned like he was going to fight. Lizzie grabbed him by the lapels of his duster. Her hard look became a smile. "Ah, there you are, Jack. Was worried you didn't have any fight left in you. Was getting worried there, my love." "You got a funny way of showing love," Jack said, his hard look also softening. "All right, you finish the cup. I'm plenty loose and I ain't sloppy yet." "You know this one's different. He done shot men down. He ain't gonna hesitate like those men you shot in Oklahoma. And I seen what that did to you. You might."
"I ain't neither,"
Jack spat. "Well, of course you ain't. But we got us enough. We can go straight to Wyoming, buy a few cows, and just be legit. Tell them all your name is John Smith. Lord knows one more John Smith walking around won't mean shit."
"Man gunned down Frankie. He strung up poor Tommy, and they were just taking back what's theirs. Ain't no one else taking down old Cale, and he can't get away with it."
"World's full of shit," Lizzie said. "And if Cale didn't string up poor old Tommy, Gus would have brought in a lawman who did." Gus was a rich cattle rancher. He had a habit of having a freshly butchered cow without his herd size changing at all. Normally, it happened about the same time a smaller rancher lost a young cow. "Some fights you can't win, so you leave them behind. You don't think I was born Eliza Gray, do you? Do you think if I had stayed until I could win the fight, you'd have met old Harriet? More than likely, I'd be whipped until I stopped fighting, or I'd have found a noose on my own."
"You want me to run?"
Jack said, the smile gone. "I don't want you to live. You gun down Cale, guess we'll bring in lawmen until somebody hangs you. Jack pulled away and spat at the floor.
If you'll go with me, we'll leave. But Cale has to have his first.
Lizzie smiled. That's a promise, you damn git. You die, I'll kill you for lying to me. As noon approached, the town started to come alive. Not the normal hustle and bustle of shopping or patching a porch or the boys getting rowdy or the girls drumming up business, but the town making their way discreetly to find places to watch. Town didn't feel like people lining up hoping to be saved, but like people who knew a carnival was in town. Jack and Cale took their positions. Preacher walked down the middle of the road. The good Lord does not condone killing, but he does not stop men from settling disputes. If this is how you both decide to settle, when the last bell tolls, draw your pistols, 1 shot each. Whomever God leaves standing can walk away unmolested by the laws of man. It was empty. No one cared what God had to say here. Even the preacher knew he lacked any power. He walked away without further word. 2 minutes before the clock would strike, Cale broke the silence.
Your evil ends today, but we can judge you in the court if you don't want to be judged by a bullet.
Guess write that for you, Sheriff, or just your hanging list, Jack said, stiffening up. You and an evil never includes them that pay for your star, does it?
Gus didn't break no laws, or I'd string him up just like I would you,
Cale said, stiffening as well.
Gus broke enough. You just don't look unless the law tells you to.
Jack spat as the clock clicked one more notch.
I don't break no laws neither,
Cale said, putting his right hand to his side. It was time for today's work. If there were more words to be said, the chiming bell on the church told the men there was no time left to say them. Both men drew slightly before the 12th chime, mixing the sound of pistols with the ringing of the last bell. Both men shot true, and the peace was disturbed. 2 lead balls tore through the air, recklessly driven by what was behind them, with no choice but to push forward to what was ahead. For the briefest of moments they passed, each stoically acknowledging the other's flight. But they continued to their purpose, for they could do nothing else. The ringing hadn't fully silenced when both men hit the ground. Lucy ran to the sheriff. Red Jack felt the embrace of Lizzie. Gasps and murmurs filled the street, but no one else moved forward to help either one. Some say Jack moved first, forcing Cale's hand. Some say Cale made the first move, forcing Jack. But they were more concerned with this spectacle of what happened than in the men who were dying for them. They died in minutes, bleeding out, making promises to their others that they couldn't keep, buried on the same day, 2 different groups mourning, but they shared the priest in the graveyard. Before the end of the week, the town had a new sheriff. 2 days later, those who weren't interested in his law had a new champion as well. Preacher preached one sermon about pride, and then never mentioned them again.